Hey everyone, I'm Maria Horner and I want to welcome you to another episode of Howlands at Home. I'm here at home in my kitchen in Altadena, and today I'm joined by Noah Holliber. Hi Noah, how are you?
I'm good, Maria. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for being with us today.
No
Just
problem.
to start out with, why don't you introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about your time at camp, and then tell us your favorite camp joke.
All right. So my name's Noah. I'm going to be 19 years old pretty soon in the summertime when you guys will be able to see me then. I've been at camp for 11 years now. This upcoming summer will be my 11th year. So I've never really had a time where I haven't had camp in my life, and I couldn't say how important camp means to me, and it means so much that I've been able to come back every year since I was 8 years old.
That's awesome. So tell us a little bit about where you are and who you're home with and what you're doing these days.
I'm at home right now in my room in Santa Monica, California, right by the beach. I'm home with my mom and my dad and my brother, who's home from college now. And we just go day by day. We try and flip up the schedule a little bit each day to keep our lives during these times a little more lively, so we don't get bored too quickly. And just been hanging out, playing games, watching a lot of TV. I've been going on a lot of bike rides too, maybe to get some fresh air. Recommend it to you guys if you want. It's a great way to get outside, and because everyone needs fresh air at this time, so it's a good way to remain socially distant but get your time outside.
Absolutely. And so tell us your favorite camp joke, Noah.
My favorite camp joke, and Maria, you're going to love this one
I can't wait.
Because it's one of yours. Every year at the 4th of July, we have our 4th of July campfire, and Maria, the first thing she does when she gets up on stage is she tells this joke. And she goes, "How come America doesn't knock?" And then everyone's confused, and she goes, "'Cause freedom rings."
Okay, so one time I mess up a joke on stage and it follows me for the rest of my life. I'm just going to tell you, you are not the first person I have interviewed for Howlands at Home who has used that joke as their example. Oh my goodness gracious.
It's been my favorite ever since you did it.
And the thing that was so funny is when it happened and everybody was laughing, and I could tell they weren't laughing with me, they were laughing at me. I didn't realize what I had said. I was told, I had to have somebody explain to me. I think it was Becky. I had to have Becky explain to me what had just happened, because I clearly had not listened to myself. It was pretty funny. So Noah, you've been at camp for a long time. What are some of your favorite camp memories?
There are so many that I couldn't tell you all. We'd run out of time. But through the years, just being able to make new friends and then develop relationships with these people throughout basically my entire life. I mean, before camp, I was like a toddler, so camp has really been with me my entire life. So all the friends that I've made at camp and friends that I still have today are like my friend, like my lifelong friends. So I've been able to make and hold these relationships the whole time. And I feel like that is one of the reasons camp is so special, is that you can keep these relationships for all time, and it doesn't matter what age you are. Like, I have friends who are in my cabins, and then I've known you, Maria, for all 11 years that I've been at camp, and same with Kevin and other people that have been around for a long time, as well as kids who are my age that I still talk to every day. So being able to have those relationships is just kind of what really creates the memories, especially when you think back upon your time at camp. You're like, oh, remember when me and my buddies did this, and then we did that. And it's a lot of we, us, and they kind of are what creates the memories for you. So just all the friends that I've made over the years.
That's awesome. What do you remember, if anything, from your very first summer at camp? Like, do you remember what cabin you were in and who your counselor was and all that kind of stuff?
My first year, I came with my friend in the 1-week session in August. And I remember my counselor's face. I couldn't tell you his name. But I remember his face, and I remember going to Emerald Bay one of those days.
Nice.
That's really it from the first year.
Well,
But
you were young.
it's there. Yeah, it's there. And it was good enough to where I came back. So
Yeah, well,
I guess
that's
it must have been that. It must have been that important.
so. In all of the years that you've had at camp, what are some of the things that you've learned?
Most of my people skills come from camp. Um, as I was being raised in my home and then going away to Catalina for around a month every single summer of my life, you tend to pick up on a lot of things. And the things that you guys sprinkle in there, like you guys are always trying to promote kindness and friendship and being polite, being nice, all those things that I pick up at camp definitely come and translate back into my home and come into my home life. So a lot of things that I take from camp and try to apply here at home. And the things that it is surprising the first time it happens where you figure out that the things that you learn at camp also work at home.
Mm-hmm.
And you can say something that you learned at camp and then have it work on whoever you're trying to talk to. And you're like, wow, like it's not just a little camp thing. It's like it applies to life and how you go throughout your day.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just the first time it happened, I was talking to my mom and she was saying something. It was a while ago. I must have been like 12 or 13. And I was just something about cleaning the dishes. And she was like, you better clean the dishes. And then I was like, I said something about that not being fair, or the way she was talking to me was rude. And it's how something I picked up from one of the advisors at camp. And she sat down and we talked about it and she understood my point. And I walked away and I was like, wow, like Catalina Island Camps is coming into my life. I never thought it would happen.
Wait. You were being sassy to your mother, and that's a good thing?
No.
Okay.
It was a long time ago. I don't remember the encounter very specifically, but she was on me about something and I didn't appreciate the way she was talking. And I told her that. And that was something I picked up at camp. It's like, okay, if you're annoyed with something, you should say something.
Oh, okay.
And I said something and it worked. And I was just in disbelief because that never happened to me before.
That's pretty funny. I wonder what your mother would say about that now.
Well, we won't bring it up.
Okay, so one of the other things that we ask everyone on Howlands at Home is to share with us your favorite camp song. So what are you going to sing for us today?
I'm going to sing the one about Old Lady Leary and the Chicago Fire.
Oh my goodness, okay.
When Becky still worked on the island, I remember the first time that she sang it to us at a campfire, and it's just been my favorite ever since then.
Okay.
And it's got a little like call and response thing. So I guess Maria, if you want to perform the the audience gestures. So it starts and it's I'll go through it all the way. It's usually a repeat after me, but it goes, late last night when we were all in bed, Old Lady Leary lit the lantern in the shed, and when the cow kicked it over, she winked her eye and said, it's going to be a hot time in the old town tonight. And then in which case,
fire.
And then there's water.
Save my child.
Jump, lady, jump, splat. And then you can do that as many times as you want. And I've been a part of campfires where we do that like 20 times. Different points and different voices, and it's one of my favorites. The whole camp is really a part of that song.
Mm-hmm. One of the things that I love about that is Becky was the first person really that I can remember who, before she sang a song, like had a whole story about it. And being from Chicago, she created this whole sort of story to intro the song. And since then, that's kind of become a thing. And nobody gets up and just sings a song anymore. Everybody has a story for what song they sing. And they're all totally made up.
No, of course.
Well, I mean, Becky is from the Chicago area.
Right. But it's great. It's great to have, and it kind of gets everybody in the mood and sets a scene. And it's great. It helps with everybody being involved.
And when you think about it, when you talk about all of those skills that you learn at camp, that's definitely one you learn, right? Good storytelling, the ability to stand up in front of a group and make stuff up and sound like you know what you're talking about, like having that sort of stage presence, and you know, that's all pretty cool. Okay, so I have 4 quick questions for you. So just you don't need to overthink these at all. Just first thing that comes to your head. My favorite thing about camp is
the friends. Easy. And like I was saying earlier, the relationships you make really do last forever. So it's great to come in and make new friends and see the people that you have already been friends with.
A show that I'm currently binge watching.
The Sopranos.
Oh,
season 2. It's so good.
Interesting. I've never watched that. Maybe.
Yeah, I recommend it.
Song that can always make me dance.
Shoot, a song that can always make me dance. Twist and Shout, the Beatles song.
Nice. And a snack I'm eating way too much of right now.
Pretzels.
Oh, good. That's not too bad. Pretzels aren't that bad for you.
No, but if you eat a lot of them, they are.
So the last thing I just want to ask you, Noah, is, you know, you're home now, you can't go out, you can't see your friends, and all of our campers are in that same situation. What kind of advice would you have for kids who are just maybe having a hard time right now?
I would tell them to go into each day with a little bit of optimism. And I say that because in my experience, it is a lot easier to get through the hard times when you can look forward to what it's going to be like after, right? So you go into each day moping about how bad everything is right now, then it's going to be really difficult. You're going to have a really difficult time. But if you come in each day, it's like, I'm going to make a new day, and sooner or later this will all be done with. So I got to take what I have right now and just look forward to the future. It kind of really gets your spirits up.
That's awesome. Great advice. Great advice. Well, thank you so much, Noah, for being with us here today.
Of course.
And everybody else, keep your eye out. New episodes of Howlands at Home drop every Tuesday and Thursday at noon. Thanks so much.
No problem, Maria.